SeaWorld, situated on the Gold Coast in the state of Queensland, is Australia's premier marine park. SeaWorld has a number of unique aspects, making it a world leader within its field. Scientific research and education are key components of its operation. Hoops of fire, suction caps placed over dolphins' eyes and tiny concrete pools typical of the 70s have given way to new training techniques and priorities. Guy Bedford, dolphin trainer, tells us more.
The behaviour that we do, we don't really teach tricks. Tricks is really more along the lines of illusion and stuff, and we're definitely not into illusion. They are called behaviour, and really everything we present here at SeaWorld is really either natural behaviour that they'll do in the wild or extensions on those natural behaviours. For example, every dolphin will leap in the air. Sometimes they'll flip in the air, and there's reasons as to why they do those things. All we do really is we bring it under control. We place it under a signal so that we can display that to the public so they can appreciate their athletic abilities and the different prowesses of the animals.
The dolphins themselves can determine the show's layout. Often the morning show differs from the afternoon performance, depending on the dolphin's mood. Dolphins have a mind of their own and can surprise unwary trainers. Amity once stole Guy's wallet from his pocket. 3 days passed before she reluctantly returned the damaged goods. Amity's natural curiosity, which all dolphins possess, can hinder important work. Guy explains.
And she became very attached to some of these turtles, and all of a sudden, for husbandry reasons, we had to take the turtles out and weigh them and make sure they were doing well in the environment. And she decided we were probably hurting her turtles, and she would actually get in between us as we were trying to get these turtles and become quite physical about trying to protect her turtles from us. It's understandable, you know, she honestly thought we were hurting her mates, and she was decided she wasn't going to allow that to happen.
The educational performance gives people an insight to the dolphins' world by explaining interesting facts. Dolphins use 3 methods to obtain a topside view of their surroundings. Leaping allows dolphins to view the general area or escape predators such as sharks or killer whales. Spy hops offer dolphins a different perspective than a leap, and tail walking is their 3rd method in glimpsing into our world.
Dolphins are fantastic swimmers.
Tail slapping is a form of communication and may be used to reunite the pod, warn others of impending danger, or signify aggravation. A flip removes parasites from their bodies. A landing which appears painful shakes the dolphin free of unwanted pests. It's interesting to note, dolphins often perform these behaviours simply for fun. Dolphins can exhale and inhale, replacing 90% of their lung capacity within half a second. Their teeth are conical and designed for gripping, not tearing or chewing, and prey is generally eaten whole, head first. Their diet of fish, squid and cuttlefish also provides the required liquid intake. Their digestive system can reject salt water that accompanies food. Dolphins have developed a sense called echolocation. High-frequency sound is emitted from the oil-filled melon. The echo is received through the jaw and passed to the ear, allowing the brain to process the signal. They can emit and receive high-intensity sounds, 150 kilohertz, which is 10 times our upper limit of hearing. Dolphins are able to hunt very successfully in zero visibility. The dolphin's echolocation is more advanced than bats and prompts many unanswered questions regarding the ability to communicate and perform ultrasound. SeaWorld's pools are unique. Canals were formed in a natural spit of land. Prior to white settlement, dolphins, turtles and other marine species would have inhabited the area. Chlorine oxide and ozone are the two components used in the filtration process, which leaves the water residue-free. All the pools contain natural flora and fauna and a natural ecosystem. Trevor Long describes the benefits of the system.
We use chlorine dioxide and ozone, but we don't build up any residuals in the water. All the pools have natural flora and fauna, such as fish and natural weeds and grasses. So there is a natural ecosystem in there. So the faeces from the dolphins is eaten by the fish and then is broken down by the natural nitrification in the sand bed. And that's what we like to try and do. It gives the animals a tremendous stimulant. They're not in a sterile environment. We can change the bottom of our pools. We can go in there and we can make big holes for them, and which we do quite regularly. So it's a good environment for them, but it's also a warm and friendly environment for when the public see them, because they're seeing them in a natural environment. They're not seeing them in a concrete pool.
SeaWorld's new and popular Dolphin Swim program permits people to view dolphins in their own domain and appreciate their size, power and aquatic abilities. The dolphins enjoy the stimulation, while the people seem touched by the experience. The public seem in favour of both the program and the park's natural lagoon, the size of which affords SeaWorld the room required to initiate new concepts. Some people visit the park just to participate in this new program. Quite often, it's SeaWorld who supply and fund the necessary staff and resources that are required during rescues. The rescue of a 30-tonne humpback whale is believed to be a world first. One of the special operations involved a 2-week-old Indo-Pacific humpback dolphin, affectionately named Dudley. Kerry Haynes-Lovell explains.
So we sustained him overnight, and then we had quite a lot of people who helped us. Actually, fisheries transported us into Townsville. The Marine Authority up there helped us with a tank until we could get him on the plane, and Qantas actually flew us on one of their jets. It's probably the first time they've ever done it. They made a very special effort for us. Once we got to Brisbane, then we had him on SeaWorld's helicopter, flew him straight here and had him in the pool. So it was quite a task to get him back here.
Unfortunately, Dudley died from a bacterial infection. His death wasn't in vain. Ava, a surrogate bottlenose dolphin, suckled him, proving to the world adoptions between species can occur. Understandably, marine mammals gain much publicity when stranded or orphaned. Often the increasing amount of assistance given to other marine dwellers is overlooked. Penguins are constantly being struck by boats, and turtles are developing a new and worrying disease. Trevor Long explains.
We have a lot of turtle work. We have a tremendous number of turtles, which, and the turtles have a bit of a problem. They actually get a bacteria in their lower intestine called coccidiosis, which makes them float. We call it the floating syndrome. We don't know a lot about it, neither do the researchers at this stage. But we've had in the last couple of years up to about 300 turtles.
A foundation initiated by SeaWorld, incorporating members of the CSIRO and other government bodies, distributes annual grants to individuals and institutional bodies for research and scientific projects. Although a marine park, SeaWorld's constitution is similar to some zoos. Of dolphin anatomy, intelligence, echolocation and reproduction comes from both fieldwork and controlled environments. At SeaWorld, people can view majestic creatures. Children, the seeds of our next generation, can receive a glimpse of the ocean's wonders and her many splendid creatures. Establishments similar to SeaWorld play an important conservation role, funding research, rescues and educational programs.
We call that a rocket drive, ladies and gentlemen. Mickey and Squeak out to make contact.